Morning, campers. Well, it's a chilly morning here in Skeg. The pond temperature, just checked it, has dropped to a chilly 12 degrees. Now, considering my pond was hitting nearly 20 last week, that's not great. I just wish this weather would sort itself out and I could have some stability to the pond. So yeah, everyone else is swimming around in the pond quite happily. They do seem to have perked up a little bit since I took those plants out, so hopefully we're on the right side. There are a few flashing still, so I might be doing some scrapes later. But is it me, or do there seem to be quite a few koi tubers at the minute posting that their fish are getting sores and not in tip-top form? Or am I just noticing it because I'm experiencing the same sort of things? But there seems to be a lot of people popping up at the minute with koi with sores, and you know, the fish are not happy. I don't know. Comment below. But there seems to be a growing number of problem ponds, shall we say. Now, could it be these temperature swings? We had problems earlier in the season. Vince had a problem with his lemon harawaki, James the koi whisperer had a problem with Big Betty, I had a couple of problems, and we seem to be getting quite a lot of temperature swings then. I'm having problems again now. I thought I'd got on top of it, the weather was picking up, water temperatures were up, and now the water temperature's dropped off again, I'm having problems again. So could it be these big fluctuations in water temperature? Or as some might put it, down to global warming? I don't personally think it is global warming. I think we're just having some weird weather at the moment. But I don't know. I've never known anything like it. I've never experienced bacterial issues like this before. I know that much. And this isn't a new pond. This pond's been up and running for the best part of 5 years now. It's always had the plants in it. It's always had the same folds in the liner and everything else. And in fact, the filtration system is now far and away better than it was 18 months ago. So I don't get it. I don't get it. Could it be the temperatures? It's the only thing I can put my finger on that has changed in my pond, apart from stocking levels obviously, but it's the only thing that I can say has changed in my pond in the last 4 or 5 years, is these big swings in temperature. I mean, they're not a couple of degrees, you're talking drops of 8-9 degrees over a few days. Is that knocking the fish about? Is that knocking their immune systems about? Is it stressing them out? Is it leaving them vulnerable to attack? I don't know. This is just my morning thoughts while I've been sitting sort of sorting the fry out and checking on the pond in general and feeding them and all the rest of it before I go and do my filter cleans. What do you guys think? I know people that are heated, it's not really going to affect them because their temperature swings are going to be smoothed out by their air sources or whatever they're running. That's not an option for me. 25,000 litres, I would have to put a massive air source heat pump on, and the way energy bills are at the moment, I couldn't warrant another 100 quid a month to heat the pond. Just isn't going to happen. I've never heated my ponds in 30 years. I don't intend to start now. So I'm just wondering, and pondering and racking my brains to try and find out what's changed. I am going to try the Virkon again. I have got some Virkon. I think I'm going to give the filters a damn good clean. I'm going to use that stuff that everybody hates, PP, and I'm going to PP the pond and try and knock out anything that is floating around from the disturbance of the plants. I'm going to try and give it a good vacuum this morning. Certainly try and get under any folds and just check there's nothing lurking under there, because it is a liner pond. And PP it, and then once I've PP'd it and that's gone off, I will treat it with Virkon, and I will potentially be salting the pond as well. Another bone of contention with koi keepers: do you salt or don't you? My choice at the moment is yes, I'm going to salt the pond. The amount of water I change doing a filter clean, which is about 2,000 litres, salt doesn't stay in my pond very long anyway. I can flush the salt out in hours basically. So yeah, I am going to salt the pond again. I'm going to try and keep the salt topped up for a few weeks. I think I've got about 150 kilos of salt here, so I shouldn't run out of salt anytime soon. And we'll see what happens then. That's all we can do. No one else is really showing any signs of any Nox grazes or abrasions, apart from my Chiba that's had a mark on the top of his head for a while, which isn't getting any worse. It looks like it's getting better. I will do some scrapes, see if I can find anything else. Perhaps they've still got a few flukes kicking about. Maybe the Lernix didn't knock them out properly. So it looks like I'll be ordering some more of that. But with the water temperatures the way they are, I think I'd rather wait until the water temperature comes up a bit. But it's one of those things, isn't it? Do you treat them when it's cooler, or do you wait till the water temperatures come up a bit? We're meant to be having some warmer weather next week, or this week coming. It's meant to be getting up to about 20 degrees again. So hopefully the temperatures will come up, and then I'll probably treat with Lernix when it hits about 15 degrees. Give it a bit more of an opportunity to work. So that's my waffle for this morning. If you've got any thoughts on why you think quite a few koi tubers are having problems and issues, drop it in the comments below. As I say, that it might just be that I'm going through it and subconsciously I'm looking for answers, but there seems to be quite a few people having issues. I know Davey's had issues for quite a while with bits and pieces going on. We've had quite a few discussions. Black Country Koi Bloke, how been you? His issue seems to be something else though, and I think we're getting on top of that one. But I just can't seem to pin this one down to what it exactly is. I thought I'd got over it. I thought I'd nailed it. Obviously not. Obviously not. So these things are sent to try us, as they say. I will keep plugging on and try to find it. Sorry, my hand's got a bit shaky. I'm not using the tripod. We'll get on top of it eventually. It's just how long is eventually.